Hello, good evening. Welcome to Wano live session. It's a live broadcast that we do every weekend. On this live broadcast, we discuss daily family issues. It's a random topic that we pick every weekend. We discussed on it. Your job as a listener is to call the number that is on the screen. It's a WhatsApp number. You call and join the program. Okay. Or you can leave a comment. It's all on the comment section. Understand? And if you're joining us for the first time, please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Wano YouTube channel. Follow us on Facebook as well, Wano on Facebook, and Wano on okay. This evening for another section. Right. Hopefully you all can hear me. Right, let's jump into what we're going to discuss this evening. Okay. The topic discussed this evening is about Nigerian elites. Nigerian elites don't want to change. Why? Why is it that Nigerian elites they don't want to change? They call themselves lawmakers. They will promote any bill that will benefit or better the lives of many of Nigerian citizens. They will never promote any bill better the lives of many in that country, Nigeria. Why? Or irony. I have to turn down the bill that is supposed to enhance and help bring the Nigerian educational sector close to the world-best standard. Why they would have the opportunity to send their children abroad to study. Country where those elites send their children to study. If the country's lawmakers are callous as they are in Nigeria, did they make laws that support educational growth in those countries? Will the so-called elites be able to educate their kids in that shamble of education in Nigeria? Will they? Those countries that they send their children to go to study, they send their children to study. All those countries, America, UK, Germany, Ireland, Scotland, all of those places they send in their children to go and study. If the lawmakers in countries they didn't support the bill or they didn't promote their educational system, they did the law that will make their educational system prosper, or they make laws that will promote the growth of their country education, will those elites send their children to those countries to study? I don't think so. So why is it that anytime there's a bill to promote anything that will enhance, benefit, anything that will better the lives of citizens, and ordinary Nigerians, they will turn? Why? Why is it that it's always like that? They will turn the bills anytime, anything. Is going abroad to study a bad thing? The answer is no. That is not the issue here. The main problem here is that if the law was passed, they will have no option than to invest in the growth of Nigerian education. that will benefit everyone, both the poor and the rich. And that is what they don't. Because once there's the bill, and that bill will benefit the poor and the rich, they don't want that. They don't want poor to benefit in their circle. No. Education is supposed to be for everyone. Okay? As a result of the inability of the government to provide quality education in its public educational institution, as many of you that went to schools in that country will testify, that Nigeria education is among the lowest standard in the world. Majority of the primary and secondary institutions are not up to standard for learning. Some of them don't have facilities to teach. They don't even have equipment to teach their students, which hinders their making it difficult for us to learn. Because of that, the rich in Nigeria have turned to private and foreign schools for their education. They send their children abroad to study. If most of you are conversant with what is going on in their parliament and everything, the debates are going on, if all of you are conversant with that, you notice that recently they turned down a bill. And what is in that bill? One of the representatives from a state, Honorable Sergius Ogun, from Uromi Federal Constituency, proposed a bill that a public officer could send his or her children or workers to foreign schools after approval of the Minister of Education. It also requires that the officers must provide proof of ability to pay for the schools or pay for the fees of his or her works, or pay for the fees of his or her children. But the problem was, the bill was dead on arrival. Why did these people hate Nigerians so much? This bill was dead before even they already raising their hands to kill it straight away. It was dead on arrival. They don't want any change in that country at all. Why? Why is it that the lawmakers, those so-called lawmakers, the so-called elites, why is it that they don't do anything? They don't pass a law that will benefit the ordinary man, ordinary citizens of Nigeria, especially when it comes to what? Education. This is a bill that's supposed to what? Reach everyone. Why? The number is on the screen. I would like you to call. No. What is your thought? What do you think? Why is it that they turned this bill down? If you are conversant with the bill, if you know what the proposal was, I would like you to call me. Let me. Why is it that they turned it down? Why? Why is it that they turned it down? Some of them were arguing. Some of the lawmakers, they were arguing that the bill is against their human rights. Bunch of selfish individuals only care about themselves. Not everybody in that country is privileged to send their children to a private school, let alone having the benefit to send them abroad to study. No. Not everyone. But if they pass on this bill, what will they do? It will enhance the educational sector. It will enhance, it will make them to do what? Invest in education. And when they invest in education, there will be a lot of, they will buy equipment for the schools. They will make the schools have all the facilities that they will need. Because now their children are doing what? They're studying in that country. They don't have any place to go. Because if you want to leave, or if you want to go abroad, or you want to send your son or daughter abroad, anybody abroad to go and study, there are procedures you have to do. And that is the reason why they don't want that. Well, most of you that are watching, maybe you might ask what is on that bill. Section 6 of the bill provides the steps for getting approval. It says, a public officer declaring interest in sending his child abroad for further studies shall submit the following documents for consideration. The following documents said: A complete form stating the name and address of the public officer, the name and age of the child, his level of education, name of intended school abroad, duration of study, and number of children studying abroad. B, letter of appointment. C, bank statement of account. D, salary payslip. E, declaration of asset form. F, sworn affidavit stating that he is financially of what sponsoring his education. When they submit all of these documents to the Minister of Education, the Minister of Education will do what? Shall conduct investigation to verify the authenticity of the documents submitted for approval. When the minister goes through the documents and they find out the documents is not genuine, there are some fraudulent stuff on the inside the documents, what happens? There's a fine of 1 million or 3 years imprisonment for breach of the law. That is it. 1 million naira fine or 3 years imprisonment for breach of the law. So why did they turn it down? Why did they turn it down? Why? Some of them just stating, slamming that war. It's against their human right. It's against their human right. That infringe your right. The right of Nigeria to travel anywhere they want to go anywhere they want to. That is against their human right. Nobody stops you from going. The bill didn't stop anyone to travel abroad or didn't stop anyone to send their children abroad. It just states that you need to what? Show, prove how much you got, that you're going to sponsor your child or you're going to sponsor your daughter to study abroad. You have to show proof how much you're making, where you getting the money from to send your child abroad. That's what it says. And with this bill, it will do what? It will deter many of them not to do what? Send their children abroad. When they're looting the money and packing all the money, and they what? They'll send the children abroad. Some of the schools in that country, in Nigeria, they are not capable. They are not even up to standard to teach, to help us students. Some of them, you can see the water is leaking. There's no facilities, nothing. But them, God themselves, the lawmakers, what they do, they will send their children away abroad to go study. Why? And this bill is trying to do what? To stop that. For them to do what? Focus themselves in Nigeria to promote Nigerian education. But they turn it down straight away on arrival. Why? Why? I want you to call me. Let me know why. If you know the reason why they turn it down. As they're stating it's against their human right. If it's not just. So that the poor people will not benefit from it. So that the school people will not benefit from going to school. Because when the citizens are educated, they ask a lot of questions. When citizens of any country, when they are educated, they hold the leaders what? Accountable for everything they do. They ask a lot of questions, and that is the reason why, and that is what they don't want. They send their children abroad, come here studying. When they finish studying, they come and do what? Still rule. Once over there, they take over from the offices, they take over from them and all that. Why? Why is it that they don't want to? Why did they turn this bill down? Why is it that they don't want anything, any good thing to to happen in that country. Anything that will promote the lives of every citizen in that country, anything that will make their lives better, anything that will enhance living in that country, they always call it down. They don't want to promote at all. Why? They don't want change. They hate change, and they're scared of change. Why? They say they bring in change. Why is that? I want you to call me. Let me know why. Why is it that they don't want to promote anything that will make Nigerian citizens' life better? Education is one of it. Education is paramount. It's very, very important in every sector. Education will promote the country economy. Once Nigeria fix their education, once Nigeria fix their educational sector, once they fix their education, lives will change, because it will do what? Provide a lot of work. Graduates, a lot of work, learned people. And once you got a lot of learned people, they start thinking. You have a lot of critical thinkers. And through that, what happens? They will have avenues for jobs. You promote the country economy. But why is it that they don't want to do that? Why? It's just few people that have the money that send their children abroad. It's not everybody in that country that have the opportunity to do that. So those that send their children abroad, they will send their children abroad to go there and study. When they finish studying, they will come back and handle take all the positions. Well, because when they come back, their parents already set up offices while they will stay. So those in Nigeria that went to school, some of the schools there, 4 years courses, they will go 6 years, 7 courses they're supposed to finish 4. They will do it 7 years, 8 years because of what? The teachers are not getting paid because nobody cares about the education. If you don't have money to send your children to private school, that is all for you. Forget it. All those local, what do you call it? Primary schools are just nothing. Why? Why didn't they back up this bill? Why? Why? Like I said earlier, it's going abroad. Going abroad to study is good. It's very, very good. Because over there, it's always stable. Everything is there. If it's 2 years you want to study, he's going to study 2 years. There's nothing like strike. There's nothing like that. Powerful and strong and quality education you acquire, because the lawmakers in those countries, they value education and they make everything possible to make their education to be up to standard. Why those in lawmakers over there in Nigeria, the bill are supposed to bring up what? The educational sector of Nigeria a little bit. Just to bring it a little bit, up to just a bit. They're turning it down. Why? Because it will affect a lot of them. They will not be sending their children to abroad anyhow they want anymore. That's why the bill is saying. Because you have to show why you're sending your child abroad. You have to declare the reason why. You have to show the letter of appointment. You show your bank statement to show how much you're earning, where you're getting the money from to send your child abroad. You show pay slip that you're earning. Declaration of assets that you have. Then you hold a sworn affidavit to show that you have finances to support the child or that is going to study. Show that. You have the affidavit. Then the Minister of Education will do what? They conduct investigation to verify the authenticity of documents. And once there's a forgery, there's lies, there's anything inside, you get fined or you can go to prison for 3 years. That is the reason why they tore down immediately on arrival, because they don't want it. It will expose a lot of them. A lot of them exposed. I want you to call me. Let me know. What do you think? Why is it that they turned down this bill? The lawmakers, they turn it down. They don't. Some of them, like I said, they say it's against their human right. It's against their human right. The right of freedom, the right to live whatever you want to live in Nigeria, the right to move wherever you want to move to. That's Nigerian law. It's there. But didn't stop them from going wherever they want to go to. It's not infringing on anybody's right, because you can go to Abuja and study, you can go to Lagos and study, you can go to Ibadan and study, you can go to Port study, you can go to Imo State and study, because you're moving around. No one is stopping you to go to anywhere to study. You can go anywhere to study. What he's saying is that living in the country to go abroad to study, you have to specify and show proof to show that what you can sponsor that person. That's what he's just saying. And make sure that the authenticity of all the papers that you're presenting is up to date. That's all. He wasn't saying that you can send your children abroad to study. It's just that he has to go through due process. You have to go through process. Someone has to do what? Check the papers. And also, if there's any forgery, you can go to prison for it, or 1 million fine. And they immediately, what did they do? No. They turn it down. Some of them were some critics were saying the bill will be against people that owns private education. Some of them that owns private educations and all that. It's going to be affected. It's going to affect them a bit. And some of them call themselves lawmakers as well. You know that. Because now everything has to be in open. You have to show why. I want you to call me. Let me know why you think that they turned this bill down. Does it infringe their human right? Does the bill infringe their human right? The right that they have to travel anywhere to. That right of freedom of movement. They has a constitutional right to move abroad. Anywhere you want to go, you move about. Like I said earlier, when you're moving around Nigeria, you can move to anywhere you want to go to. There's a lot of universities everywhere. There's schools everywhere. You can move to anywhere. There's nothing stops you from moving to anywhere to go and study. That is right. But once you are trying to leave Nigeria as a lawmaker or someone that is in the office that makes the law, now instead of promoting the educational sector, you are taking your children to leave the country abroad, to send them there to study. Okay, what does that show? That education in Nigeria is not suitable for your children to study, or you are a lawmaker. So why? That's just the question they ask. Why are you sending your children abroad to go and study? Why you are one of the lawmakers in the country? What's happened with the education in their country? All right. And that from taking your children abroad to study. But what he's just saying is, okay, child abroad to study. No problem about that. But before you go, we need some documents to show that the money you're going to use to sponsor the child is legit. We want to see the documents. We want to know what you're earning every month, your salary every month. We also want to see the letter of appointment or letter the school sent to show that yes, the child is accepted already. We want to see that. Then we'll see the documents that shows that you can sponsor the child, that you have the money to sponsor the child. Mind you, some of them are earning 50,000 a month. Some of them are earning 70,000 a month. And some of these schools abroad are not cheap. Some of the schools are not cheap. Some of them are what? 7,000, depends on country, 7,000 pounds, 6,000 pounds, $12,000. A section, someone that is earning 50,000 or 70,000, let's just say 50,000 naira a month. Where will you get that kind of money to sponsor a child abroad? That is the problem. That's why I don't want that, because they have to show how much they're earning every month in order to support the child abroad, and they don't want that. They don't want that because on their letter of appointment, the letter they go when before they get the job, it will specify how much they're going to earn every month, how much they're going to earn every year, and all that. It will specify that. That's it. Then the bank statement as well will show how much that's coming into their account. So if there's any other money, any miscellaneous money, they have to show, they have to do what? They have to do, say where they get this money from. You understand? And they will have to show their payslip. They have to show the payslip, which they're earning every month. You understand? So those are the things they don't really like. They don't want that to happen. They don't want that to happen at all. You go to the court and get affidavit. On that affidavit, you show you're gonna specify and say to your state that yes, I'm capable, I'm financially capable of sponsoring his or her education. Affidavit. Then what happens? You pack all the documents and send it to the Minister of Education, and they will do it. They will verify. They will conduct investigation, everything, stating everything that paper that you sent to them. All of them are genuine. They will check the authenticity of the documents before they approve it. And if there's any, like I said, if there's any dodgy stuff in it, if there's any, fraudulent document, you have to answer the query for it. It's up to 3 years imprisonment or 1 million naira fine. And that scared them to hell, scared them straight away. What did they do? They turned down the bill straight away. So what I'm saying and what I'm asking you is this. Does it mean that they don't want Nigerian education to progress, or they don't want the growth of Nigerian education? Because once their children are in Nigeria studying, once there's a little bit of cap on some of the private educations or that, you will see that what happens. Some of the primary schools, secondary schools, and also some of the universities and all that, they will start doing what? They will try to make sure that they have the equipment, they have all the facilities now to teach. And once all these universities or secondary schools or primary schools are being equipped with facilities and all that, it will benefit everyone, both the poor and the rich. And they don't want that. They don't want you and your children to do what? To benefit from that. They don't. That's the reason why, to me, that's what I'm saying, why they turned this bill down. If every one of them, their children will be studying in Nigeria, they're going to school in Nigeria, what do you think is going to happen? They will make it their duty to make sure that all the schools are up to standard. It will be their duty to make sure that all the schools are up to that standard. Even if not up to standard of the, not broad or advanced economies, at least you come up to 60% of it. Both the poor and the rich will benefit from it. They don't want that. That's what I'm saying. They don't want that. They don't want your children to benefit from that. Mind you, education is the passport to better future. Once you go education, your eyes will open. If you are educated, be asked questions, you will start looking around, knowing what is happening around. And they don't want that. So why is it that they turn this bill down? They don't want the normal average Nigerian to benefit from, because at the end of the day, once these teachers are not paid, they are not paid their salaries, the teachers will go on strike. Once they go on strike, students will go home. They're not going to be taught. They will stay at home maybe 6 months, 7 months, 3 months, 4 years, whatever. Depends on how long they stay. Their education will be disrupted. It's going to be like that. While the ones that are supposed to pay them, the teachers, their salary, their children are abroad. No problem. They are studying straight away. There's nothing like the teachers are not getting paid. They don't have any problem. They are studying. They are acquiring knowledge. What is that knowledge for? So that they will come back to Nigeria and do what? Continue from where their parents stopped, to rule you, take over jobs and everything. Why the Nigerian schools are what? Stop and start. Stop and start. Teachers are not getting paid. When you're not getting paid, what happens? The teachers are going to be angry. They are all angry. Everyone is angry. Everybody's angry. Everyone is angry at each other. No one wants to study. They're looking for ways to just corners, everything. That's it. So why did they turn this bill down? Just to provide quality education in this public education. Why did they turn it down? That's what part of the reason why the bill is supposed to promote public education, promote and make Nigerian education come up to stand up. What I'm saying is that if the parents or themselves, they call themselves the lawmakers, if their children are studying in Nigeria, they will make it a duty to make sure that education, see that sector, educational sector, they will make it their duty to make sure that it's up to standard. The schools will be equipped. All of them will be equipped. In some schools, if you go there, so those of them that are studying medicine, go to their labs and everything, there's nothing there. It's just theory. Engineering, same. That's why you see some engineers, they finish from school, they will go to the bank to work. They're working in the bank. Engineer. There's no job. There's nothing for them to do. Everything they study was what? Theory. There's no practical because there's not much equipment. But if them lawmakers, their children are studying in Nigeria, they will make it their duty to equip all those labs. They will put all the things that they need, the equipments they need. It's going to be. Why? Why are they afraid of change? Just change. You benefit everyone. Change. They need just that. Why? He even went ahead. I mean, Sergius Ogun, this honorable, even went ahead to propose that they should make it mandatory for public officials to get medical care in Nigerian hospitals. This is strange. Make it mandatory for them to do what? Officials to get medical care in Nigeria hospital. They will not be flying themselves abroad again to go for treatment. They will not do that. It was in one of the bills, but they turned them down as well. They said no. No way. Because of what? Nothing. It will benefit the poor. When they equipped, when they put their money, when they put their resources in what? To make the hospitals better, the poor will benefit from it. Everybody going to benefit from it. And don't want that. That's the reason why they turn it down. They have the money to fly abroad, to go to India, UK, anywhere they want to go and have their medical checkups. An average Nigerian, some of them, they are earning 15,000 a month. Go to the hospital to have checkup. Do you even have money to pay for the checkup? Do you have money to pay for the card alone? No. See someone that 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, 10 years, they never gone for checkup for one day to see how their body is, if there's anything. And once the person falls ill, then start blaming people from the village, or they start blaming people around that they was coming after their life. But one of these bills states that they want to make it mandatory for public officials to get medical care in Nigerian hospitals. They turn it down. Why? Because of the same thing I told you about before. If they equipped Nigerian hospitals, if they stop going abroad for treatment, they will put all their money in what? To make all the hospitals better. And once the hospitals are better, what will happen? Both the rich and the poor will benefit from it. They don't want that to happen. Why? Why is it that they hate an average Nigerian so much? Why did they hate? Why did they hate you so much? They hate you so much. Why? Why? That's the reason why they turn it down. Not to send their children abroad to go and study. Let them study in Nigeria. They said no, they turn it down. Okay, no problem. You can send them abroad, no worries. But before you send them abroad to go and study, you have to tell us where you get the money to sponsor them. How much are you earning a month to sponsor your child abroad to go and study? They don't want to do that. Because of what? It will expose a lot of them. A lot of them will be exposed. That's why they don't want to do that. Because when you start asking questions, where did they get the money from to pay for the school fees? Where they get the money from to pay $7,000, $12,000, some of them even like $13,000. If you depends on the course you're doing, to send your son or your daughter abroad, while you are earning 50,000 a month, 50,000 naira. Make the conversion to dollars. How much is it? That's how much you earning every month, 50,000 naira. Or you're sending your daughter, your son, to a school where they pay 17 or 13, 7, $9,000 for a section. How did he get the money? You have to show the Minister of Education where you get the money. As a lawmaker, how did he get the money? You have to prove, show them your pay slip, show them how much you're earning. That's why they got scared. They said, no, it will never happen. Because once it's happening, it start happening, they start looking into all those papers, it will stop a lot of them to send their children abroad. And once their children are in Nigeria to study, then they will do what? They will put in effort to make Nigeria education better. And once Nigeria education is better and viable for everyone, it will benefit an average Nigerian that don't have money to eat, an average Nigerian that are struggling. It will benefit them. Their children will do what? They will stop, they have a good education. And once they have good education, they will have good job. And once they have good job, they will start asking questions, what is happening around. And those are the things they don't want to happen. Yeah, I can go on and on with my rant. Really. Because I know the reason why I'm saying all this stuff. Really, really angry. Seriously. Why? Why did they turn it down? Why did they turn it down? Education is supposed to be for everyone. Every child is supposed to have the right to education. Every child is supposed to have the right to good quality education. It will not stop them, those that have money, to send their children to private schools. That is there. But in a normal institution that is equipped, that have good teachers, again, teachers are getting paid early. When teachers are getting paid early, they will be happy to teach. A hungry person can never give you something in return. And a hungry person is always angry, because once you're angry, you cannot concentrate, you cannot even reason properly. When teachers are not getting paid, it will affect their mental health, because their children at home are not eating, they don't have food to eat. How would they leave their home to come and study or teach you? You know, it's great. Hello. Hello. Yeah, hello. Hello, Johnson.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Evening, how are you?
Yeah, I'm okay. Yeah.
Okay. Based on your topic today, what do you expect? You know, Nigerians are not being truthful to themselves. Understand?
Okay.
In Nigeria, they say the rich and the poor.
Okay.
The rich don't even recognize the poor. You see what is happening in Nigeria education.
Mm-hmm.
So why wouldn't they turn it up? Because they want all their children to go abroad and study.
Yeah.
Could you believe Nigeria now the universities are on strike? Strike.
That is normal. That is normal.
Because yeah. But let me tell you, we are not telling ourselves the truth. Could you believe the Minister of Education cannot even handle it? Because when he has a meeting with the lecturers, the cabals, they asked him a question. It's like one of them said, because his son, the Minister of Education, his son is schooling abroad. The man got annoyed and dissolved their meeting. Say he didn't have their time.
Okay.
So what are we telling ourselves? Let me tell you, let for me, we should bring our constitution. We should reveal it.
But that's
Could you believe they cannot pay the teachers? They cannot pay the teachers that made them who they are. But do you know the salary of the lecturer and the legislators, the senators? Their salary. Even if they want to, maybe because of not their salary, they can send their children abroad. Because can you believe in a month, if I'm not mistaken,
okay,
a senator in Nigeria here earned 13.something million in a month. But a university lecturer cannot earn such a thing. So what do you expect? You see all these things that's happening here in Nigeria. When you make that seat not attractive, you see a lot of them decline. You get what I mean?
Yeah, I understand that.
If you remove that salary issue, remove a lot of incentives, don't be surprised. Most of the senators, most of the bourgeois here in Nigeria, in education or in administration or whatever, most of their children abroad is being taken by the government. You can see a senator. The senator will have a wardrobe for driver. He will have wardrobe for kitchen. Even a wardrobe for sending his children school fees abroad, hospital, all these things. You see that many of them, how selfish they are. Some of them school abroad. When schooling abroad was not rampant like this, people don't want to go there. It's only those on scholarship. They send them abroad. You call the genius then. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But now, most of them have gone there, school there, have the ideas, have the knowledge of everything. I could remember one American president, John F. Kennedy, say, think what you do for your country, not what your country will do for you.
Yeah.
Do you hear me?
I do.
These people, they are not thinking of what they will do for the country. Like they will think what they will do for themselves. They want to enrich their own family, keep this one for the next generation. See what is happening in Nigerian education.
Yeah,
they just want to crumble everything down.
This honorable Sergius Ogun, what he's trying to do is not telling them, because listen, it's not nobody's against you sending your children abroad to study. You understand?
Yeah.
If you have the money, everybody wants the best for their children. Do you understand? You can send your children abroad. But what he's saying is this, the lawmakers, those that are in the office, if you understand, most of them, their salary, what they call their appointment they have, the money they be getting paid, their salary, if you want to send your child abroad, you have to bring you letter of appointment that you get, bank statement to show how much you're earning every month. You get your salary and your pay slip will show that. Then you get declaration of asset forms. Then you go and swear affidavit. You swear affidavit to state that you have the money to sponsor the person for his education. You understand that he's talking about the lawmakers. Those that are in the Senate and some other place. Those ones, yes, they have the avenue, they have the resources, they have the money, they have the resources. But this person, there are some other people that are in the offices, they are earning 70,000 a month, 120,000 a month. Why they are going to pay $7,000 for a section? Where did they get the money from? That's what he's talking. That's what he's trying to stop, but they don't want that.
Let me tell you.
Okay.
Let me tell you, my gentleman. See what is going on. You know, corruption in Nigeria started like just a tip. You cannot tell me somebody in Senate is earning high. You know, in administration, in education, or in government, you know, a level 17 officer is a director. It depends. Some of them are PAMSEC. Understand? When you see somebody, maybe a schoolmate, because he was opportune to be in that position as a senator, or as a house, or this, sending his children abroad. You that is in that hierarchy, a PAMSEC. Well, this is when corruption will now come in, because the PAMSEC would like to do all his possible means to send his own children abroad, trying to siphon the money of others. Some of them, when the salaries come, you see them backing it, holding these people rampage, trying to make gain from that. They will do fixed deposits. So all these things. So this place needs to be sanitized. Left for me, if we do this thing, none of them, once you are in government, your children should not go abroad to study.
They turn it down already. They turn it down on arrival. That's what I'm saying. They turn it down. They should do
it.
They turn it down. It will not happen because they turn it down. They turn the bill down.
Yes. That's the do you know the problem we have in this country? The judiciary. The judiciary. They're not helping matters. You see a bill that is favorable for the masses, they will turn it up. You see? If we stampede this thing now to make this bill in existence, you see, most of them, they will try to bring those things down to their country. You understand? So, left for me, all these things, use that most of them, they will not. You see now, most of them, they use diplomat passports. You understand? That's the thing. You see somebody that in your own, maybe because he was opportune to go into politics, and tomorrow you see him. Could you believe that I'm not just one of the governors in Nigeria? Do you know when he was not a governor, his children was here in Nigeria schooling, but once he became a governor, he sent his children abroad.
That's one of the reasons. Why this man, Mr. Ogun, he tried to.
I'm on opinion that let this bill, let the man go on.
But they've done already. It will not happen because they refused. Its majority carries the vote. They turned it down. All of them, they voted against it. They didn't want it. Even the man went ahead to propose that.
Because they are partakers. Those people that are their children, those people that voted for the turning down of the bill, you see that when you investigate, all their children are schooling abroad.
That is it. of them were saying that their children already before they come into office. So why would
Don't
they
mind them.
why would they those things down?
Don't mind
Even
them.
the man went
Don't mind
ahead.
them.
The man went ahead and said he wants to implement a mandatory bill for public officials to get medical care in Nigeria hospitals, that they shouldn't be going abroad for medical care. They turned that one straight away down immediately. They didn't even debate on it because
they will not concur. Because you cannot tell me most of them after Nigeria made them who they are, you see them going outside to invest. You see them going outside to invest. These people hate their masses. I'm telling you, they hate their masses. Most of them, all the senators, all the governors, if you verify very well, you see them. They have one of the biggest hospital in abroad. They have one of the biggest school. They have all these things. Why would they bring it down to their content for their masses to enjoy, for the poor people to enjoy?
The thing is this, yeah. If all them people, their children, they are studying in Nigeria, if all of them, if their children are studying in Nigeria, it will make, like I said that before, they will make it their duty. They will make it their duty to make sure that the schools are equipped. The teachers will be get paid quick. And once the teachers they have their money, they receive their money quicker, they'll be happy to teach. Do you understand?
Let me tell you, although we are talking about university, but let me tell you, in Nigeria, almost all the secondary schools has shut down. Secondary schools, government secondary schools, it's only few that is functioning now. It's only private secondary school, private university.
It's ridiculous.
You understand?
Really,
it's wickedness. Wickedness. And all these things is our money. It's our money. Instead of them to bring those things down so that they will create employment. But they are not. They will kick the bill.
They kick
it because it's not.
They kick it. They throw inside the bin even before they even.
And don't be surprised. Don't be surprised now if the Sunji or whatever try to raise it up more. They'll try to impeach him or silence him. These people, they don't want good for their masses. I'm telling you. If the government or the masses can revolt and bring out a policy, once you're a governor, a senator, a House of Rep, a president, we have a basic or a specific salary. We'll make those things that will not attract them. We know that if you are going there or coming there, you know purposely you are coming to work.
Who's going to do that? They are the ones that make the law. So how are you going to do that? They are the ones that make the law.
That's the problem. Do you know that politics in Nigeria now is a game of do and fair? During the campaign now, campaign is already approaching. You see them coming out, doing a lot of things, making promises. Most of them even go higher to make sure they acquire that seat. At the end, see them.
Okay.
All right, we need to review. We need to. That's why I don't know. But they are not. They are not. The masses.
Understand.
See what is happening in our education.
I think
the lecturers gave them. The lecturers gave them 1 week warning strike. They did not do anything. They gave them 1 month warning strike. They are not doing anything. But at the end, when they are doing budgeting, you see they say they map out so billion for education. But where are the money? All these people that made you who you are, you cannot pay them. Do you believe most of the professors, once they retired, their money is no more coming? Paying them their pensions. Who is paying them now? Nothing.
Understand, Johnson. I got you. Really, it's something that we're gonna look into. We're gonna talk about this more maybe in the weeks coming. We have to really look into Nigeria education more. So people might just think, because really it's getting out of hand, because a lot of people are getting away from it. They are dodging. They don't want to discuss more about education in Nigeria and everything, which is really bad. And everybody's focusing. Everybody's focusing on where to make money. Everyone may make money and all that.
That is the reason why the youth. That is the reason why the youth are engaging in manner of corruptions, evil acts. The youth, they are engaging in evil acts. Once they come back home now, they say the devil, an idle mind is a devil's workshop. You see some. Oh,
okay.
It's not appalling. It's not appalling.
And Johnson, thank you for your call. I appreciate that. Yeah. Okay. Let me round up. We even, to the extent of your call and the more things that you brought to the conversation, I haven't got aware. I wasn't even looking at the time, but I have to round up the time now. All right. Thank you so much. All right. Okay. All right. Yeah. So what I said, the going abroad to study, like I said earlier, it's not a bad thing. The problem that we are discussing and we're saying is that the issue here, and the main problem here, is that if the law was passed, they will have no other option than to invest in the growth of Nigeria education that will benefit everyone, both the poor and rich. And that is what they don't want. They don't want everyone to benefit from that, because it's just few people that are enjoying the cake, enjoying the money from oil in Nigeria. The few people are making those kind of money, and they have the resources to send their children abroad. So once this bill is passed, it's going to affect them, and because of that, they didn't want that, and that's why they turned it down. Okay, so if you've been watching us, if you follow us to this time, I would like to say thank you, and those of you that contributed even in the comments and everything, really appreciate that. Okay, so I'm looking forward to see you guys again tomorrow. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, one on YouTube channel, on Facebook. We are on Twitter as _JJ on Twitter. Follow us on all these social media. And I want to say thank you and we're blessed. See you all tomorrow, 7 p.m. God bless.